It is Tuesday, fresh out the shower. You see your boy got a clean shave, fresh taper. We are appearance ready for the week. Hold on, look at this. Oh. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Huh? Are you getting it? What the heck? What the? How you gonna start messing with your toy and then start chewing on the acorn? What's wrong with you? You crazy? Okay. This is the after effects. You see the Santa hat right there? And then, I don't know, I think my son and my lady said this is the Nightmare Before Christmas character. I've never seen that movie, but look at her. Look at her. Now she want to get the sad puppy face. Look what you did. Look what you did. Look what you did. Oh my goodness. You see, look at her. You see what she does? See, this is why last week I said she's a master manipulator, guys. She does this all the time. I'm telling you. She's been doing it since she was a puppy. This girl is about to be 11 years old. And she gets me every single time because she knows that I'm just going to continue to love on her, even though boxers are the most destructive breed of dogs ever. I don't care what nobody says. They are so damn destructive. They tear everything up. But people like me, we are crazy because we love them and we love their behaviors because we know that's just their natural instinct. Let me harness her up because she needs to get out of this backyard so she can stop destroying my backyard. We are off. Which way we going? Okay, I think she wants to go this way this week. Yep, she wants to go this way. Which way we going? Where we going? We going this way or what? All right, cool. Let's go. Damn, can't make up her mind, I'm telling you. Cannot make up her mind. But anyways, as I do like I normally do, it's time to get this reflection walk going, guys. And it is a beautiful, windy, sunny day in the great state of Texas, in the best country in the world, the United States of America. Oh yes, I am very, very much patriotic. I love my state. I love my country. And the reason why is because of the benefits that our country provides for us. One, you can live wherever the hell you want to. You can work wherever you want to work. As long as you qualify for the position, you get the job, you perform at your interview, you do those things. You know, the controllables, the things that you can control. You can have as many kids as you want, as long as you can take care of them and you're a responsible, functional adult. You have all of the necessary freedoms for you to thrive in the United States. That's why you have so many migrants that come over here, either legal or illegally, because they understand the benefits and they understand that we live in the best country in the world. It's not perfect, not by any means, but there's no such thing as perfect. But this is damn near close because you can create the life that you want. And I think a lot of Americans who are deranged liberals that want to have socialism in the United States, when socialism is not welcomed in the United States. This is not a socialist country. And if that's what you want to do, go move to Cuba, somewhere like that, right? Go over there. Go to North Korea. Go do that, where they got dictators and shit. Stop trying to change the fabric of our country. You see what I love about my neighborhood is you see a lot of this. See that? The United States flag right there? Yes, because we love America. Us normal people love America. We do support our troops. We do appreciate our police officers, our firefighters, our EMTs. And we don't go against that at all, because we want to make sure that us as parents, our children get that same opportunity to live, thrive, and not have to worry about cartels destroying our cities and our communities because the government chose to actually grow a pair of balls and say, you know what, we're going to start prioritizing our citizens and getting rid of the organizations that are a detriment to our growth, to make people not want to leave our country and go to other countries that don't have to deal with the same bullshit. And shout out to Trump for closing the borders, because now other countries have to deal with their own issues. And that also works, internally, even in your own household, guys. Well, you got to learn how to deal with your own problems instead of running away from them, instead of blaming other entities outside your household for why your dynamics is so fucked up. No, you have to deal with things on a close position basis, meaning this. Let's just say you and your lady are having issues, right? Well, as the leader, as the man, you are the one that has to sit yourself and her down and discuss y'all's issues and come up with a resolution. Oh yes, as a man, that's what you're supposed to do. Same thing with your children. If your children are acting up, misbehaving, failing in school, as a parent, you're supposed to sit your child down and say, listen, motherfucker, what is the problem? How can I help you to better your situation? How can we get these grades up? And you have to actually put in the effort and support that they need in order for them to do so. Yes, you have to do it. You have to step up, be the man that you're supposed to be. And if they don't want to follow you, then you're just going to have to watch them fail. But you have to exhaust every resource possible in order for them not to. That is the name of the game, guys. You have to. You have 100% control over how you react and how you choose to resolve certain things in your life. So keep that in mind. And as you know, Tuesday content starts right now. Good day, good people. It's AT Malone, the first of my name because the second is already here. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more videos from your boy. Now, I am in a very good mood this morning. And I know you're like, AT, why are you in such a good mood this morning? Because last night, after I got done doing my reactions and commentary for WWE Raw, so check out all things WWE, check out that channel. Really, really good content if you are a WWE fan. I usually start checking all of my accounts, from my checkings, my savings, my cryptos, my high yields, my brokerage account, all of those things to make sure that I am balanced across the board. And just so happened, your boy got his income tax return, and it was actually more than what I expected it to be. Oh yes, but guess what? I'm not even really gonna see half of that money. I already started putting the money up, investing it, making sure that my son will be situated for the rest of the year as far as his expenses. And that's what you gotta do, guys. I know that we all look forward to getting an income tax return, but you have to treat it like it is a bonus, an unexpected bonus at that. So don't sit here and just because you got thousands of dollars, you blow that shit. No. And if you are really financially savvy, you know how to budget your money, you don't even need that money. That money should literally be going towards your financial future, your child's financial future, and you have to act like it doesn't exist by getting rid of it ASAP. You do not want to keep thousands of dollars in your bank account, because what you're gonna do, you're gonna keep looking at that balance and you're gonna continue to blow it. No, you wanna also make sure that that money, especially if you get that child tax credit, listen, if you invest that money wisely, You could set your kid up for college by the time it's time for them to go to college, so they don't have to have any student loans. Or you could put it up for a vehicle for them, so you or them, they don't have to come up with that money for that. See, you gotta start when they are born, guys. You have to start thinking about these things before they can, piss and shit on their own, before they can talk, before they can crawl, before they can walk. If you do this early, then you are setting them up for success. I hate seeing parents over here knowing that you done had at least $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 go in and out of your account, and by the time your child is of age to start driving or get ready to go to college, you have not saved a dollar for them, but you have been getting that child tax credit since day one. That's bullshit. That is failure as a parent, as an adult, just being irresponsible in general. So even if you are just covering the bills to maintain your household with your child, when you get that child tax credit, that is the opportunity for you to actually start building some sort of a cushion, some sort of a safety net for your child. So guys, make sure that you monitor this income tax return. Budget your money wisely, invest the money, and make sure that you keep in mind that you should always treat it like an unexpected bonus, because your 9-to-5 paycheck that you make, your hourly wage, your salary, you should be able to cover all of your bills anyway without that additional money. All right. Well, that was my freestyle thoughts for the week. And now you know why we are here. We are here for the richest man who ever lived, King Solomon's secrets to success, wealth, and happiness. And I am glad to say we are wrapping up chapter 10, and this is part 3, titled Turning Your Worst Enemy into Your Best Friend. Now, last week I talked about what you can expect when you respond correctly to criticism: understanding and wisdom, honor, and greater joy. Now, we're going to talk about the right way to respond to criticism. Now, when you respond correctly to criticism, it loses all its power to hurt you, turning any criticism from a dreaded enemy into a valued ally, and it involves 3 steps. 1, consider the source. 2, determine the accuracy of the criticism. 3, you must change your behavior or actions in response to criticism. You have judged to be true. Now, we're going to talk about considering the source. Is it the person offering criticism qualified by their own knowledge and experience to make the judgment they have rendered? Is their perspective complete and accurate, or incomplete and distorted? Now, I've had people in my life, whether it be friends or family, that were horrible parents, okay? Terrible parents. And they would have the nerve to tell me how I need to parent my son, even though they've had degenerate children, they had kids that did not do well in school. They weren't even that involved in their child's lives to tell me how I'm supposed to operate as a parent. And then you also have people who want to give you relationship advice when they have cheated on their wives multiple times. There is always issues within their marriage, but then they want to give you relationship advice and talk to you about, how to maintain a healthy relationship. These are the people in this book that they're talking about you have to look at, because you have so many people that want to give you advice on any and everything. But if you look at their track record, the things that they're talking about, they can't even go out there and do themselves. So you have to watch when people try to criticize you, because 9 times out of 10, guys, you are doing better than them in every facet of your life than they are, okay? Now, when you realize the people offering criticism are not qualified to give it, brush the criticism off as invalid. When a qualified person does offer valid criticism, listen and utilize it. Yes, when they have a proven track record, like some of the married couples that I know that's been together for 20 plus years, right? I always ask them, what's the key to y'all's success as far as being married, and they will give me sound advice. The first thing is we actually like each other and we want to be around each other and we want what's best for one another. And those are the things that I implement in my relationship, because I not only love my lady, but I actually like her and I like being around her. I told her earlier this morning that I kidnapped her because she's been, staying with me for an extended period of time, and it has been the shit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's been blissful. It's been awesome. Anyways, let's go to consider the accuracy of the criticism. Now, the accuracy. When I criticize my son, yes, which I do all the time when it's related to basketball, I record his games, as you know. So I can criticize him and I have the proper video, the footage that can back up my criticism. That's why we look at footage after each game, because I will tell him certain things like, hey, you shot that shot wrong. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Or I say, hey, you should have rebounded in this position. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I said, turn on the footage and he can see it on that widescreen projector. And that's what you have to do when you look at the accuracy. If they don't have the facts, if they don't have the data, if they don't have the footage, the video, if they don't have the things that can back up their criticism, then you have to look at that. And then also, the person could also be, exaggerating. They could be in a bad mood at that particular time. They could be envious of you. So all of these things play a factor into considering the accuracy of the criticism. That's why you also have to know who you are as a person, because when people are criticizing you, deep down, you have to figure out, am I this actual person, or is the inspiration for this criticism coming from somewhere else? Now, take criticism under advisement and determine the appropriate response. Now, this starts when you choose not to instantly react to the criticism, but rather take it under consideration. This gives you time to analyze the criticism, consider the source and its accuracy, then determine your best response to it. We know criticism can blindside us and shock us, but we don't have to run away or attack the critic. Now, this is the analogy this book gives. Criticism is like a bucket of ocean water being thrown in your face. The water is the criticism's invalid parts, even though the water might have sand in it and causes your eyes to sting, which is the spirit of the critic. His or her anger, the harsh words. Once you wash the sand out of your eyes, you can focus on what the critic said afterwards and their motives. If their goal was to hurt you, reconsider your relationship with them. Oh yes, and this is why my circle continues to get smaller and smaller, guys, because I've realized that a lot of things that people I used to associate myself with, when they would criticize me, and I would look at them like, damn, your criticism doesn't even make sense. And your motives are basically trying to hinder my growth. And you have to be mindful of the people in your circle that are giving you criticism, guys, is that if they are trying to just beat you down to the point to where they are trying to destroy your confidence, then you have to look at if that person is conducive to your life, to your mental health, honestly. And this is why I don't need a whole bunch of people to be friends of mine. I don't need it. I just need a small, tiny group of people in my life that wants what's best for me and in my best interest. And that's all you need. You don't need to be surrounded by a whole bunch of people, because when you are, as human beings, we know we're imperfect creatures. We're destructive creatures. And all we're going to do is subject ourselves to be open to people who don't need to be there just because we want to be popular, we want to be cool, or we want to have some sort of notoriety or have everybody know our names, okay? Most of the time, the motives of the critic is to correct us, protect us, or point us in a direction that they believe is for our own good. Whether their motives is to help or hurt us, the next and last step in this process, it is impossible for their criticism to hurt us, because we can use their criticism to bring long-term benefits into our lives. Mining for gold. In every bucket of criticism that's thrown at us, there is always a little gold that can be flakes or giant nuggets. If you mine through the criticism, no matter how hurtful or devastating they may be, you will find nuggets of gold that can forever change and improve your lives. Now, the two factors in order to mine through the criticism is you have to have thick skin, guys, because nobody likes criticism. But if you have thick skin and, words don't draw out emotions from you, you could literally be logical, which is the second factor, and sift through that, and you can find the gold in that. You can kick out the bullshit that, anger that person might have, or them feeling intimidated by you. And you can look at, okay, well, I can take this little tiny speck, which is this little gold nugget that actually makes sense, and I can implement it into my life and better myself. All right. Now, the right way to offer criticism. Most of the criticism we give to others is unnecessary. Some can be extremely hurtful and create bigger problems than they solve. We should be quick to receive criticism and slow and thoughtful in giving it. Solomon says in Proverbs 18:14, the spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity. I don't know. I hope that's how it's pronounced, or infirmity. But a wounded spirit who cares, in other words, a man or woman can usually find strength to deal with a physical injury or illness. But Solomon says that a wounded spirit can truly be unbearable. This is why constructive criticism is a necessary part of life. And it should only be given when needed. But there's only one way to criticize correctly. First, do not criticize when we are angry. Then determine what you want to say and the best way to say it. Add praises or positive statements, then transition to the critical criticism. Tell them what they're doing wrong and suggest how they can improve. As you give them direction, ask for their input, then let them see from your perspective and your words that you're there on their side. And finally, give them encouragement, specific praise, or a pat on the back. Now, this is also a warning that Solomon gives us. Solomon says there are some people you should never criticize. Solomon warns us not to criticize a person who will only ignore, reject, or react against your criticism. He writes, do not reprove a scoffer, lest he hates you. He later adds, whoever corrects a mocker invites insult. Whoever rebukes a wicked man incurs abuse. We also know people like this. If we criticize them, they will hate us, insult us, or even abuse us. It's better to let life teach them the lesson. Solomon says in Proverbs 23:9, do not speak in the hearing of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of your words. That's why you don't waste your time on people who don't want to listen. Okay, hard-headed people. You have to let life kick their ass because they're too stupid and ignorant to take heed to criticism, constructive criticism, which we all need, right? But we all have been around hard-headed people who don't like to listen. They think they know every single thing, and they think that they are better than the person that is giving them the criticism. So when you find yourself in that situation, you gotta let them live life. You gotta let them fail. You have to let them make those mistakes so they can learn from it. And once they get their ass kicked by life, by their poor decision makings and refusing to take heed to your criticism, they'll come back and they'll tell you that you're right. Because it happens to me all the time, guys. Real talk. I'll give a criticism, and then after that, I'm like this. Yeah. And if you don't want to take that information in, that's on you. I did my job. I did my part. All right. Well, that wraps up chapter 10, guys. Yes, we are moving on to chapter 11 next week. But before I go, I got to plug in my Revita, guys. Yes, I will be plugging this in every Tuesday content because this is a great product. It works. If you haven't thinning hair like I have, and you want to fill it in, this works. I have been seeing results over and over again. All of the spots that were thin are starting to thicken up, and I love this product. It feels good, it makes you look good, and I will leave my affiliate link in the description. Go get your Revita. You will not be disappointed. Well, that's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see y'all next week. Peace.
Feel like they tryna box me in, so I keep a small circle around me, so fuck friends, I kept it real out the